Hey, Pastor Steve Waldron, I'm so thankful you're here with us. We're looking at the differences of the Legacy Standard Bible and just a regular King James. This is the Cambridge Large Print Text Only Edition in the General Epistles. We've done one on 1 John you may want to check out. You also want to check out the one on the ESV in the book of Revelation, because there I go into extensive caveats and questions people have doing comparisons like this. And invariably somebody's going to put in the comment section one of the caveats that we don't have time to make on every video. So let's get started. We're in 2 Peter 2:17. It said, these are wells without water. This is King James. Clouds that are carried with a tempest, to whom the mist of darkness is reserved forever. Yes, these false prophets go into eternal punishment. Let's see if they do in the Legacy Standard Bible, Master's College. These are springs without water and mist driven by a storm, for whom the black darkness has been kept. Notice, darkness is reserved forever. So that's really significant, because it takes away that portion of eternal punishment. And so let's look at 2:1. This is King James, but there were false prophets also among the people, even as there shall be false teachers among you, who privily shall bring in damnable heresies. Heresies that will send you to hell, even denying the Lord that bought them, and bring upon themselves swift destruction. 2:1 of the Legacy Standard Bible, LSB, but false prophets also arose among the people, just as there will be among false teachers among you, who will secretly introduce destructive heresies, even denying the Master, not the Lord, not the one God, who bought them, bringing swift destruction upon themselves. Destructive heresies, not damnable, they just causes some destruction, does some bad things. That's very significant. Damnable heresy is a very strong term, because it's the difference between this world and eternity. Okay, so next we're going to go to 1 Peter 5:11. 1 Peter 5:11. To him be glory and dominion forever and ever. Amen. I'm so thankful Jesus gets glory forever. 1 Peter 5:11 in Legacy Standard. To him be might forever and ever. Amen. No glory. It diminishes the glory of Jesus. Sounds like something Satan would do, doesn't it? 1 Peter 4:14. We understand about manuscripts. Trust me on that. 4:14 will start the Legacy Standard Bible. If you are insulted for the name of Christ, you are blessed, because the Spirit of glory and of God rests on you. Amen. 4:14, King James. If ye be reproached for the name of Christ, happy are ye, for the Spirit of glory and of God resteth upon you. Where's this? On their part, he is evil spoken of, but on your part, he is glorified. Again, taking glory away from Jesus Christ, something Satan would do. All right, that's the reason some early critics like Westcott and Hort would see these are conflations of majesty, because they tend to exalt Jesus more. Yeah, I think that's what the Bible does. And there's certain textual critics that actually say that if it exalts Jesus more, it's an interpolation. Conflations of majesty, even though author Cleveland Cox shows that ancient scribal practices was always deletion, basically, never addition, because they couldn't do that when they were writing. They didn't have spaces and all that. So it's easier to take letters and words out and just push things together, make the letters bigger and all this, than to try to insert something was nearly impossible. So 4:1, therefore, since Christ hath suffered in the flesh, arm yourselves also with the same purpose, because he who has suffered in the flesh has ceased from sin. 4:1, for as much then as Christ hath suffered for us. That's a major New Testament doctrine. Check out sometime how often the term for us is mentioned. Substitutionary, taken out. Not good. I was so, who was I watching the other day? I think it was Dan Wallace and somebody else. And I was so shocked that they were just bragging on the King James. Peter Kraft. They said, what translation do you like? King James. And I was like, yeah, this is really good. All right. He had various caveats with it as well, but so did Dan Wallace. So for us taking out, let's go to 1 Peter 2:2. 1 Peter 2:2. A couple of different things here. We're going to notice differences, changes in theology, like chastisement. I mean, fasting is taken out of so many, severely weakened anyhow. Therefore, laying aside all malice and all deceit and hypocrisy, envy and all slander, like newborn babes, this is verse 2, long for the pure milk of the word. They got it right there. So that by it you may grow in respect to salvation. So often in modern translations, they'll take out of the word, such as in the ESV. So we're thankful they got it right there. As newborn babes. The very last phrase in the King James of that verse, it says sincere milk of the word, that you may grow thereby. Now, may grow in respect to salvation. So even that's rather ambiguous, because it says basically you're not saved, that you study like they did in the ancient Catholic Church, and somehow through all this study you get saved instead of the born again experience. Now the Legacy Standard leaves it a little more ambiguous than ones like the ESV. There's still so many changes, and this is just the general epistles. And check out our one on Revelation as well. Check out our other videos here on the channel. We love you. We just want to maintain a pure word, want everybody to be saved. God bless you. Bye-bye.